Welcome back to Nothing But Products with Gil Q. And as promised, we're going to be going over the console. But before we do that, I'm going to go over some voice commands real quick. I know I covered some on that prior video, which, by the way, if anybody wants to look at part 2 of the segment in setting up and downloading the program, I have a video up, and it's part 1. I'm going to go ahead and put Tiny to sleep. Sleep, Tiny. To wake her up, we're going to go, hi, Tiny. Hi, Tiny. Track me. So now she's on normal tracking, which if you looked at the right side of my monitor, you would have noticed that the normal tracking light had gone on. So if I move to the right, very slowly, she's not like aggressive, which I kind of like. It all depends on what it is that you're doing. And so let's go ahead with unlock me. So now I'm off the tracking, and I can move to the left, I can move to the right, and she's not going to go anywhere. Zoom in closer. Not bad. That's pretty close. Zoom out further. When it comes to gesture control, you want to make sure that you come down so it says capture control. You want to make sure that you come to where it says gesture control. Make sure that everything is on. Unless you don't want to use this, you could just go ahead and turn it off. So to lock target on myself, if you see if I go to the right or I go to the left, nothing is happening. So I just go ahead and you'll notice that the camera blinked a couple of times and it turned blue. So now if I move to the right, she slowly follows me to where I want to go, which is pretty cool. And then to turn it off, you do the same gesture. And that'll take me off. Now I can move around and nothing's happening. Now to zoom, you want to go ahead and make this gesture. And that'll zoom in, and then to zoom out, you do the same. Let's concentrate a little bit on the console. So, as in regards to motion versus standard, they're both motions, but one is more smoother than the other. What you have to keep in mind also is, if you don't have the normal tracking button on, it's not going to do anything. See, I got the motion on, I can go to standard, and I can move side to side, but nothing's going to happen. So make sure that you turn on the normal tracking, and then you choose which one that you want to use at that time. So in standard, when you move to the right, see how slowly she moves, which is okay, nice and smooth actually. But now if you go ahead to the motion, and you go, it moves a lot quicker. From left to right, up and down. I mean, she'll follow me wherever I go. I believe it's 180 degrees. I might be wrong, it might be 170, but I'm pretty sure it's 180. So let's go ahead and turn this off, and we'll go with upper body. And if I move up, and she's just focusing on my upper body part, so you can't see anything down lower than my waist. You can go ahead and go to close-up. And if you want to use headless, this is what happens. No more head. Which is not bad, because if you want to go ahead and concentrate on something that you want to show, you can do that as well. And you don't want to see, you don't want to show your face. And then if you want to go with your lower body, you just go ahead and hit the lower body, and it goes down. And which is not it's actually a good idea, especially because I do cooking videos. So in that scenario, not a bad idea for me to be able to just concentrate on what it is that I'm doing at that present moment. Guys, if you want to go to group, just hit the group, and that pretty much just means anybody that's within the frame of the camera, it's going to pick up those people. Before we go over the image, I just want to cover something. All the way to your left bottom corner, you can set up to 4K, 1080p, 720, whichever one you prefer. I actually can put it on 1080, and that's what it pretty much is going to look like. It's a little fuzzy, but if I put it on the 4K, it looks a lot clearer. Picks up the colors pretty good. Now, mind you, my monitor is not 4K. So, let's go ahead and go with the image. Focus, auto, it's on auto. So it's auto face mode. You could put it on global or face. I'm leaving it on face. The exposure, again, it's on auto. I have it on face as well. I'm not going to play around with any of these because everything looks like it's all preset and it looks good to me. In regards to the anti-flicker, you could turn it off or you could put it on 50 or 60. I have mine on 50. White balance, I'm not going to touch that because I need to have a white background so I can go over it with you. And anything else on the bottom, it's pretty, I mean, you have the contrast, saturation. It all depends on your likes and what's going on when you're video taping. So let's go with beauty. Beauty, you have the choices of native, classic, or men. So let's go with native. And yeah, I don't like native. It kind of changed me. Classic. Yeah, now I look like a girl. I think it actually made my lips. So let's stay with men. I'll stick with that one. You also have filters in regards to nature, sheer, pure, black and white. Let's try black and white. It doesn't look like it's black and white, but it did make it more like black and white. Under the More tab, you'll see language. You can pick the language that you wish. But these are all the voice commands that you have. You want to make sure that all these are on, or else it's not going to work for you. And then you also want to make sure that the position 1, 2, and 3, because you could preset positions that you wish to preset them. However way you want to do that. You have the noise reduction. That you can place it on off, weak, medium, or strong. I have it on the medium. I'm going to keep it there. You could also flip the image. And then pretty much the rest of it is just like menu upgrades, export logs. Okay, so the last part, if you go to beauty and you hit background blur, you want to make sure that you turn that on and it'll blur everything that's in the background automatically. So let's go ahead and try that. And there you go. Now, you can adjust it, the blur, whether you, hold on, whether you make it higher, which I think that's a little too much. So I like it right about there, it's fine. And I think we pretty much covered everything that has to do with the console. My next video, we're going to take care of the remote, and then I'm going to see in regards to the whiteboard. I got to do the whiteboard, the remote, and also we're going to record, and so we can listen to what the sound is going to be because it does have a dual mic. Alright guys, so that's all I got for this segment. I hope you got something out of it, and if you did, like it, subscribe, share it, and leave me some comments. Let me know if there's anything there that you need for me to cover. With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow.